database decision making through analytics and insighting. His hobby involves mentalism and does entertainment as well as corporate training shows in his free time. He is also a member of Industry Relation Board of VSOP, a member of Syllabus Committee of BCP, and founder trustee with HPT Press Endowment Trust. He is currently advising pharma companies, data analytics, and digital solutions for strategizing and planning to sustain and grow in the competitive market scenario and adopting resources based on data, cultural history, and SWOT of the organization. Here we welcome you, sir, to give a webinar on business analytics in healthcare, insights on data analytics, and digital solutions in database decisions in sales, marketing, and branding to pharmaceutical industry. Here we welcome you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Vaishali. Thank you for the introduction. I could also get to know more about your college today, as well as I could also know more about myself today. Itna lamba introduction de diya aapne. And I thank you for inviting me, and I thank the college, basically Shobha and Pratap Bhai Patel College, I think, and that is for a pharmacy, technology as well as management, both you are looking into. And I appreciate that you are arranging such sessions, and I'm happy that the management invited me. I thank Manish, who recommended that I should come, and he's more interested that his students should gain something extra than what they come for. And that's what he also told me. Thank you, Manish. I'm really appreciate. Only thing, students and my friends, I would just tell you that the session which is digital marketing and data analytics, these are two different topics, but integrated topics, but they are both wide. So I don't know whether I'll be able to do justice to both the topics today. So let us focus on digital marketing, for data analytics first, and then digital marketing. We can come, and sometimes again, if you are more interested, we do that, because these are the two areas where I consult pharma companies in India only today. So that is what I do. So whatever queries you are having, we can do that. I have a hard stop at 3. So perhaps I might stop at 2:55, and then we can have a questions for 10-15 minutes. I will not go without answering your questions for sure, because that is where I want all of you to choose the right path in your career so that you shine. Because in my college days, okay, exactly in 1989 when 1988 when I entered for MPharm, and there Dr. Lala, who was a principal at that time of KM Kundani College, I had joined there for 1 month. He pushed me to management. Okay, do MBA immediately. So that is how I entered management. Okay, somebody pushed me. That time there was no trend to get into a management. A pharma guy will never used to go. We are the first batch who went into management and who came as a product managers or product executives. And you can see that most of my colleagues or most of my classmates are at a very high position everywhere. So that was the advantage. And today, at the same time, after almost 30 years, okay, I tell students, data analytics is the game where things are going to go. Today, management graduates, you will find ample. There are so many institutes. In our time, there were not so many institutes, okay? But there are so many institutes, so many graduates coming up. And there is, when you know that when the products is more in availability, then the value goes down, okay? So if you want a product that has to get more value, then the product has to add something different, add a flavor, add a smell, add a packaging, something different a product has to do. So when you see yourself as a product, okay, what is that you're going to add to yourself with the domain knowledge of pharma, with the domain knowledge of management? Is it enough today, and where you have to go? So pharma domain knowledge tells me that you might go into the management of pharmaceuticals, okay, whether it is the logistics, whether it is R&D, whether it is manufacturing, whether it is consulting, whether it is marketing, whether it is sales, and I don't know, but it will be related to healthcare. That's what I'm sure of. But main thing is management, where you are something who think and guide the company, the corporate, or help the decision makers to go ahead. So that is what is your role, which you are going to do. At the same time, let me tell you that this is not enough today. There has to be something more. And therefore, data analysis is one thing. Second thing is digital marketing, which got a very big boost during this COVID times. COVID might be bad for many people. We lost a lot of life. I'm sorry for that. But then it gave opportunity and avenues to too many other businesses. And one of them, like Zoom, nobody knew. If I had called earlier 2 years back, I would have said, "Chalo, meet us on Zoom." Everybody says, "No, let's say you come to my office and we'll have a physical meeting." today Zoom is just accepted. Either we'll have a meeting. Okay, so it is presumed that it is Zoom. So itna farak ho gaya hai. I would just with a small brief to you. Okay, I will start my presentation. If I go fast, you will have to tell me that to go slow. Okay, so you can feel free to do that. But however, I would request you that let us. क्या हो गया भाई?
Sharing option will be there, na, for you.
The sharing option is there.
Yeah.
Just give me a minute. Okay. So all of you are able to see my screen. I am not able to see my PowerPoint presentation. That's what I. Let me see. I just share the screen directly.
Yeah, it is.
That is okay. So I was searching for my PowerPoint. It was not available. It's in a presentation mode now, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, students. So welcome and let us have a chat, and you can feel free to call me anytime if you want further more guidance in the area of business analytics or data analytics and digital marketing. Data analytics and digital solutions for pharma management, we are going to talk. But as I said, you are in marketing, you are an MBA graduate. So I want to say that you will be helping too many products, okay? Too many products to create a brand, to get accepted by so many customers, to increase their value in the marketplace. But first and foremost, are you looking out for yourself as a product? If you can market yourself better, if you can package yourself better, if you can create a better product and better acceptance, you are successful in this market for sure. And to do that, have you done your predictive and prescriptive analytics for your own self? So that is my first question to all of you. Let us see what I mean by predictive and prescriptive analytics. I will not get into so much of detail, but there are so many avenues available, which are very conventional avenues. And you can still get into marketing, you can still get into QA, you can still go for outside jobs. But the contemporary niche, which are today, if you want to enter and create a space in pharma, I'm not talking about yet MBA, I'm talking about only pharma, is IPR, okay, patents which are more important today. Public health, yes, there are less number of people here, the lesser competition here. Medical coding is a lesser known field, but which is needed when the healthcare analytics is going to come in, when the insurance sector is going to come in, this is going to increase. But today, a lot of USA based companies are needing medical coders. Not even that, today IBM is getting into pharma, today IT Mahindra is coming into pharma, and these are the companies who are literally getting into this medical coding and medical underwriting also. Then there is a forensic pharmacy, which is a field and which you must have known through a lot of celebrity cases which are happening today, nowadays. So that is coming into fore. That is also an area which is less explored, but these are regular ones. More than that, today, pharmacometrics, okay, which is there again, where it is more of a pharmacoanalytics, means pharmacoanalysis is there and the data is there, both is combined there in pharmacometrics. Then there's a pharmacovigilance, which is again better field wherein more demand is there, that is PV is called as. But more important, which is going to come into the marketplace, is pharmacoeconomics. You wait for a year and you will find that this pharmacoeconomics is a branch which is going to flourish like anything. Today, there is nothing in India as of now, because it is pharmacoeconomics is related to hospital care management or healthcare analytics. Okay, so that is the branch which is going to come in. And because of that, I will tell the biggest star today is data analyst or data scientist. If you want to make your career, I have given the size of stars to you. What are the opportunities, and star size is based on that. Please decide for yourself what you want. I am going to promote data analyst. Myself, I am having a 32 plus years of experience in this pharma industry. My success, I have not got trained very much as a structured form in data science, but analytics is one thing which my company knows, my subordinates knows, my colleagues know that I got success because of analysis. Whatever brands I created, okay, whether it is Azithral, there were 17,424 customers, okay, we created, and we had all the data of those customers with us. And it was an acute brand, means 3-tablet brand, okay. Creating a 3-tablet brand into a 100 crore brand was a most difficult task. And this is the first in the history of pharma that the acute brand became a 100 crore brand. Otherwise, They are all chronic brands which are there. A patient takes for a year. They are easy to make 100 crores. I am talking about something which is around 15 years ago, not now. Today, 100 crores, sometimes the brands happen. I will give you some examples where in 1 month they might cross 350 crores also. Let us focus on job of data analyst. Okay. Now, job of data analyst, it is result-oriented decision with speed. So there are three things. You should give results or action. Okay. And that decision has to be taken with a speed. So there has to be a speed to it. So it's a vector. It is not a scalar form. It's a vector form. There has to be a direction. There has to be a speed which is involved here. Now, when we say data analyst, everybody feels it's a computer job. Okay. No, technology is one aspect of the job, but technology alone is not a solution. In BFSI sector, whether it's a banking, whether it's finance, whether it's insurance, you can you tell the computer do this and it will do this because there are no emotions involved. But once you come to healthcare segment, once you come to education segment, computer cannot take a decision because same words can have a different meaning and same case can have a different medicine, or same medicine can be for a different cases. So there can be multiple things which can happen. So there are huge permutation combination, and therefore you will see that many companies earlier have launched, instead means technology companies launched an algorithm for a GP that you just enter the questions and you will know what has happened to you, and then you can be prescribed medicine, but it never worked. Those algorithms never worked, okay? Because there has to be a decision based on multiple things. It is something like what I always give an example is Kundali. All of us, when we are born, our parents will make some chart which are of 8 houses. Okay, that is called as Kundali, Janma Kundali. So based on that 8 permutation combination, kitna hota hai, and uske hisab se kitni, every moment, every year, there are so many people who are doing predictive analytics, and we all go with our hands like that to them and ask what is going to happen, because all of us are eager what is going to happen. Just like any director or any board member of an organization will be needed. And for that, a person is more important. There is no algorithm which will be useful. And therefore, human intervention will always be needed. So it's a robotics plus it's a human which will give you this. If you see what is common in banking, insurance, healthcare, retail, manufacturing, telecom, all of them generate huge data. Data science attaches every aspect of our day. When we go to a doctor, all the data, whatever our CBC, blood sugars, everything is captured by him, BP, everything is captured and there with him. When we drive a car, okay, still a lot of data is generated. Today, all cars are computerized, if you see. The Tesla which is going to come, per day it is going to generate 1 petabyte of data per day, one car. So that much of data is going to be going to the, because all GPS and everything is there. Person sitting in USA will know what you are doing everywhere. You get on an airplane, you generate data. You shop for services, you generate data. Data, every day there is huge data which is there in gigabytes. Not only that, it's in petabytes and it is beyond that. And that's the reason the data is part of our life, and data we all revere. We respect data, okay? If somebody tells you that teacher tells you got a marks which are say 60 out of 100, you say, I don't believe it, okay? But when teacher shows you exactly the data, that ye question itna mark, ye question itna mark, you start, yes, believing that, you respect that, and then you don't argue on it. All of us fear data because when we are evaluated, the data is basically a number, a metric. And nobody of us, we like opinions, we don't like metrics. So we are afraid of data. And anybody, if somebody is shown a data that you went here and you went there, even a criminal is captured based of data. So we are afraid of data. We remember data only when we are in problem. I don't know, you are yet in schools, but if you go to corporates, okay, all of us in corporates, we are not much worried about data, but when the problem arises, we all dig into the past and get all the data for that. So when we are in problem, we seek solution. I want to plan my new brand launch. I want to plan a new strategy of expansion. I want to recruit new people. I want to start new division. Okay. Then if I want solution, I go to data. Do you recollect all of this? Somewhere else also we do. We respect, we are afraid. We remember only when we are in problem, or we seek solutions. Where do we go this? Apart from data? Bhagwan ke paas, God. We respect God. We are afraid of God. We remember God only when we are in problem. And when we seek solution, we go to God. So data is like a God. My simple belief is I either believe in data, and if there is no data, then I only believe in God. Rest, I don't think anything, because data does not lie. Wherever you go, into your personal life, into your professional life, into your professional career, you will find getting across data. When you are getting married, okay, you see around, oh, they will do Janma Patrika. That is one thing, chodo. But you take all the data. What is the height? How many houses he is having? How many cars he is having? What is his salary? Okay, where does he work? Where is he situated? Okay, what is his career? What has he done? What marks he got? What not? You collect all the data before you also get into the marriage. Even in your Viva, when you go and give Viva, do you remember that जैसे ही पहला student जाके आता है वापस, some external examiner is this, internal examiner, so you know what are the styles, but external examiner comes and you want to know. The जैसे ही first student आता है, then you ask him which type of question he asks, what does he want, why we do that? Because we want to be successful when we go there. So all of us get into a data because we want to predict success. That's why we get into this. In professional life, you will be given key performance indicators. Okay, that you will be having to achieve so much XYZ by somewhere there here. So that KPIs are given and you to achieve those KPI. Now KPIs are also metrics. Remember that KPIs are numbers, but that number has some ratio or some measurement criteria. Either your targets will be there, either your averages will be there, either industry standards will be there, something will be there. Academics. Each teacher, just now I saw when a madam was showing me the introduction of your college, there are so many data which was shown to me. Numbers, so many numbers, so many patents, so many students, so many colleges, so many, what do you say, poster presentations, so many paper presentations. So everything is there, data. So when you want to impress anybody, you have to have a data. Similarly, in any departments, any healthcare professional, any patients, you see that industry everywhere the data is needed. We'll be looking into that. I just want you to bring you and remove the curtain to focus on this slide very, very importantly. Because if you want to become a data analyst, you need to focus on 3 subjects. The first is your domain knowledge. Because today, why I am pushing people in pharmacy to get into a data analytics, because when I see, and I go to many companies, I'm telling you a fact, that the people who are doing a data analytics there are either statisticians or machine learning people. They don't know anything about our data and they can take decisions on that, which is very awful to me. For them, ketoconazole or rabiprazole or any other zole is same for them. They don't know what are the differences between them. The simple way, I asked a person, I gave him a data and tell I want to analysis of this. I gave him a data wherein I gave him a blood sugar level. I gave him a data where the diet is there. Then he came back to me and said that diet improves as per the blood sugar level. Right? So the person does not know the knowledge how it is to be applied, and he becomes, and he's earning much, much higher than us. Okay, that's the reason I said no. I want data and our pharmacists to get into data analysis because they have slogged for 6 years. They have slogged for 6 years. They know it much better. And those people have done 1 year of course, or they have done 1 year, because though they have done 4 years course, the actual specialization is done in 4th year. So why cannot I do those specialization and get into? And what do they do? Either they do maths and stats or they do computer science. These are the 2 things which are value added, and these 3 things can make you a best data scientist or a data analyst. Now, why I'm saying maths and statistics, today there are a lot of tools. You don't have to remember formulas for anything. Even in Excel, you put something and you will get the answer, whether it is ANOVA, whether it is chi-square, whatever you want. Mean, mode, average, ये तो सब आता ही है. But more than that is available today. And there are tools which are available. So one does not have to, one does not know how to apply. Not, he has to remember how it gets applied. So if you know maths and stats and computer science, okay, which is not our domain knowledge, those people are ideal for machine learning. Machine learning means what? The learning is happening as a robotic way. Okay, that is what is machine learning. So the data tells ki ye aisa aisa hai, and from the machine they learn. It is called as supervised or unsupervised based on that. Various models are there. But it is machine learning. So the IT guys are basically a machine learning guys. They are not domain knowledge. So if they want to have a data analytics, then they need to come into business domain knowledge. So they have to learn our knowledge. So instead of that, let us learn computer science and let us become a better data analyst. Let us get that salary. If I want to get into advanced analytics, I will also learn maths and stats. If I know the domain knowledge, if I know maths and stats, so what is happening in past business intelligence, I can easily predict. I can easily find out the causes. And if I know all the three, I can become a best data science. Insights is one thing, which is again one more important thing, which I always tell. Now, based on this data, what is come, inciting is to be done. And inciting will come only with the experience. So you are a pharmacist, but still you might need a 2, 5, 10 years of experience to do a right inciting. What has to be seen? Today, data talks to me. 30 years, I am looking at data. So even if slide data is shown to me, I will know what, how, and what related it is. Okay, it is just because of experience, not that I have something great knowledge or something. Because we, as and when, learn through the data and keep it in our mind and bring that data at the right time. That's the reason inciting is more important. Apart from inciting, what is more important is storytelling for a data scientist. Because today, whatever I do as an analyst, I have to tell the audience something. And when I have to tell the audience should listen to me. They should accept my analysis. And most of the time when database are there, people cannot challenge, but then they get some reasons. So there's an art of communication, and that we teach that also art, how to do a storytelling. Okay, so that a person in front of you gets the thing what he wants and puts into action, and then the corporate or the customers are gained by the action plan which we suggest. So this is the basic thing, and that's why I said this is the most important slide, which you should remember if you really want to get into data analytics. Because not only MBA is going to help, I will come down. After MBA, how to handle the data, because all MBAs are basically going to see the data. I was also in MBA, and I used to get into a data. So at those times, Oracle Sales Analysis, or I used to use Excel Analytics long back in 20 years ago, when nobody was using pivots also that time. Okay, and Excel is the best tool today to learn that. Are pharma managers, MBA guys, missing the bus today? Because we just want to get into MBA and get into something like writing a copy or marketing or creating a brand plan, something like that. Don't you want to go beyond that and leave faster growth? Because if you see, and this is a salaries they have done for 3 years who are in the profession. I can show you because this is in a public domain. Bennett Coleman and Company Limited has done this exactly in November 2020. The average salaries they have taken out per lakh per annum in BFSI, that is banking sector and all, with the data, and I'm talking about data science guys, I'm talking about data analysis guys, 13.56. In manufacturing, 11.8 lakhs per annum. Healthcare, 11.8. See, 11.8 healthcare in data science, but unfortunate part, I hardly see out of 102 people, and they are also self-made, they are not trained. Okay, there are only 2 people out of 100. Rest 98 are all from IT guys or statistical. And they are earning much higher than what my pharmacists are earning after 3 years. And I know the salaries, so therefore I don't want to bring those to the table here. The data analysts who pass from my course, okay, if they are good at data science, they get as an intern, they get 3 to 3.5 lakh as interns. And then if they are good enough in 1 year, it is about them to do the growth. So if I want to start at a very good start, at a very high start, then I should get into a data analytics and data science along with my pharmacy or management knowledge. IT, 10.6, e-commerce also 25% is all still our pharma, because it is medical devices. Okay, they are also into e-commerce, which you don't know. Medicines, you know, because of 1mg and all those people, PharmEasy, they are advertising, therefore you know them. But there are bigger dentist, dental market and all those things are all e-commerce. And why data analysts are more important? Because they deal with the big data. There are 4 V's of data, and that are demands the data scientist. Therefore, there's a demand increase in data scientists. And now I'm talking about 4V, but just like marketing 4P, and there are now 9 to 12 Ps, here also from 4V, this year there are almost 8 V's which are there for data scientists. But let us focus on 4 basic ones. One is the volume of data. Because the volume is increasing, one person can handle it. If one person also has to read that data which is generated in a day in a company, he will take 2 months just to read the data, forget about analyzing. Okay, and that data is not only coming from one source, it comes from different sources, from myriad different sources. And that too, it comes in a variety. Every data, because what happens, the pharma companies is growing, and as they grow, they buy some softwares over the periods. Some software is 15 years old, some software is 20 years old, some software is 5 years old, some software is 1 year old. Now, every software is a different language, it has a different structure, it has a different supplier, and therefore there's a data is structured, semi-structured, unstructured, whatever it is there. A data scientist is needed to bring that data to a single column, okay, and to process that so that it can be analyzed. The data is generated in so high velocity. Every day, if you go, every minute, forget about it, every minute, huge data is generated. And when the data is coming, till the time I analyze in the evening, the data of that day also is ready. So I have to again start from tomorrow. And therefore, we need to have a model wherein my incoming data, even if it is that speed, my analysis also is with the same speed. And I give that decisions and data for positive decisions for the management. Most important, and today, let me tell you honestly, I go to corporates, okay, and I get a projects on data science, data analytics. You will not believe 60 to 70% of my time goes in data extraction only. Not only that data which is coming, I need to clean the data. I need to ensure that the data which is coming to me is reliable. It is not uncertain data. It is veracity is there. Veracity means truthfulness is there of the data. Now to get that data, clean that data, ensure that this is truthful data, it takes 60% of my time. While 10% to 15% time is my data analytics modeling and all those things. And again, the rest 20 to 25% is inciting and storytelling. Okay, this is what is my job, which I do. Some different sliders come in between. Sorry for that. With technology, there are changes in decision-making pattern. Traditionally, you can see at the right side bottom, we had a data which is limited data sets. We have methods and skills, a computer, a single computer used to do some things, some desktops used to do, but now it is not possible that way. The data is used, the methods and skills are important. Data mining, data science, ETL, everything is changed nowadays. And advanced computing, advanced platforms, and AI is coming to picture. So if you go to the left-hand side, you see there's a degree of insight on the y-axis, or on the x-axis, there is a sophistication of solution. So how the solution is there? If I go, it is going positively on the right side. The oldest form was descriptive analytics. I described what is happening, how many times it is happening, how frequently it is happening, where did it happen. So jaisa past mein kuch ho gaya and I'm just writing an essay. It is something descriptive analytics. That was the age-old analytics. And you also know, when you go to a doctor, you will follow the same pattern. Then there's a diagnostic analysis. Descriptive means as soon as you go, you complain to doctor, पेट में दर्द है, कल रात को दर्द हुआ, yesterday vomit हुआ, ये हुआ. That is a description which you give. The doctor does a diagnostic analytics. So he comes, show your, so first thing he will make you open your mouth. Then he will take your blood pressure. Okay, he will take your heartbeat. So all those things he will then, sometimes he will prescribe you for some diagnostic test. So similarly, then second part becomes a diagnostic analytics. See, what is the root cause? Whatever you have complained, whatever you have done, told me the problem, what is the root cause of that? Why it happened? So there are various analyses which are there. So that is called as diagnostic analysis. But these were age-old, and therefore now I tell you in a different color, there are two things which are more important. And most of the data scientists today, 80% of people are working into predictive analytics. Okay, companies don't want what has happened. Yes, this is needed for business intelligence. They are doing that regularly, but they want more. How do I go ahead now? What is the, how will the road look like? Which road I should take? So predictive analytics. So my outcome, if I do so and so, if I launch this molecule, where will I go? If I launch this, or if I use this tool for my promotion, where will I go? They want what is going to happen. Just like we go to the person and show the hand. Similarly, they want somebody who will tell what is going to happen. And then there is a prescriptive analytics. Okay, when you know predictive, you decided that this might happen because of data. Now you want not this to happen, but something else to happen. For something else to happen, what are the things you should change so that instead of going in that direction, I will go in the direction which I want. Okay, prescriptive analysis. Doctor gives you a prescription so that your fever is going to go high, but then you want to change that. So he gives you a prescription, he gives you a medicine, you take that medicine, and your infections start going down, your fever starts going down. So where you want to go, doctor takes you there. So that is prescriptive analytics. All words, if you see in the analytics, are from our healthcare only. Diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, yes, so apply words. Okay. Now, what is descriptive analytics? It can be used to determine how contagious the virus is there, how positive tests in specific population over time will happen. So it's a description. Now, you can easily understand if you just read COVID data and correlate with this. Then what is diagnostic analytics? It can be used to diagnose a patient with particular illness or injury based on the symptoms they are experiencing in diagnosis. So, सबसे पहले we used to see the oxygen meter, breathing, then whether cough is there or not. Okay, see, these are the symptoms which you are trying to find out. And then you will say, no, there is a possibility and therefore you should get admitted. So diagnostic analytics. Then there is the predictive analytics. It can be used to forecast the spread of seasonal diseases. So कौन से season में, कौन सी geography में ज़्यादा होने वाला है. All these things can be predicted, okay, with the data which is there. So that examining that case data from previous year, previous days, you can do prediction. And therefore you see at a macro level, you know that in a phase 2, Maharashtra and Kerala where almost there were more cases, so they were blocked. And therefore, if you want to travel anywhere from Maharashtra or anywhere from Kerala, all of them used to demand for RT-PCR. So wherever you go. So they were like blocked. They were not allowed to move so easily. And similarly, within the territories also, geographies also, there were small areas. Those were caged, those were contended. So nobody was allowed to go outside. All these things happened because of predictive analytics. They were able to predict किधर से क्या होने वाला है. Okay, based on the data. And then comes the prescriptive analytics. It assesses the patient's pre-existing conditions and determine the risk for developing future conditions. So what bad things might happen? And to change that, what I'm going to implement specific preventive treatment plans. तो मैं क्या दवा देने वाला हूँ, मैं क्या dose देने वाला हूँ, मैं क्या एक strategic path देने वाला हूँ, due to which the corporate will come online where it want to go. That is what is prescriptive analytics. So these are the things which I want to share with you. Now, this is the basics of data management. I mean, the people who are also थोड़ा बहुत humor में डाल देता हूँ. You can think of. I would like to see who are the creative mind here, because I will ask that question at the end. This is a cartoon showing that a person is going for the interview and he is into a data science. Okay, he is very good in predictive analytics. So the manager asks him, "I'm a little surprised with such extensive experience in predictive analytics. Okay, you are expert in predictive analytics. You should have known that we would not hire you. So why did you come?" Correct, no? Now, I would like any student to find out an answer what the candidate should give to this manager. Think over. I am going ahead. Yes, now application. There are, if you see, it starts with standard reports. As I told you, descriptive analytics, reporting, ad hoc reports, description. So these are the reports which are there. It is called as descriptive analytics. What happened to our sale? How many products make the top revenue? After that, we get into a diagnostics. Okay? Why it happened? So why? Answer of why. So whatever we have written, we start to search why. So query drill down is there. Which region has a problem? Alerts. Now, what are the actions which are needed? So what suggestions are there? Here I am entering into now prescriptive analytics. Is it needed there? But this is the area which is a different area, and this all talks about the past. But if you want to talk about the future, okay, if you want to talk about the future, then you should be getting into statistical analysis. Why? Forecasting, what will happen? Okay, then predictive modeling. I can predict what are the things at what quantification it will happen. And then optimization, what best I can do so that I can change where I want to go. So if you see the earlier part which is there is called as business intelligence, which is basically looking into past. I look only at behind, that is past, that is business intelligence. While if I look at ahead, it is more into analytics and data science. And that is where today the jobs are. If you want to build up your career, start getting into this. Okay. Global healthcare business is increasing. And you guys are MBA, so I don't want to tell you differently. From 2016 to 2024, you will see from 3.5 to almost 11. It is 3 times increase. There is no industry which is having over a period of 10 years, having a CAGR of 14.85%. Okay, and this is now again being changed because 21 to 20 to 20 and 20 to 21, these are the areas when the growth was much higher than expectation, because that was a 30% growth which they were seeing. So this might get modified in the period, in the short time now. So the market is going to become almost around 11 billion market, a global business market. And when the market is going to expand so much, they will need employees who are expert in this area. And therefore you be there at the right time. Okay, no other market is growing at more than 5% or 4.5%. This is a market which is growing at 15% plus. I'm surely telling you because 31% growth is there in 1 year only, which was not expected. Among that also, if you want to see where I have to go, okay, there are various analytics. We always are blinded by operational analytics, process, system process, and we want to go there. It's a simpler analytics, but that market is going to grow. It is going to go 3 times. Okay, financial analytics, profits, where to do, what to do, how to do, savings. So there you will see financial analytics to a greater extent, and there is also 3.5. But major growth 4 to 5 times is for clinical analytics. So the domain knowledge of pharma is going to help because in financial and operational, perhaps an IT guy or statistician can come, but in clinical analytics, only a domain knowledge person, expert can come, and that is where we can get good jobs. Okay, clinical analytics segment is projected as one of the most lucrative segments. And I'm happy that your institute, okay, is taking a lead to train you to a certain area called data analytics. Okay, so in the healthcare and pharmaceutical industry, data growth is generated from several sources. Okay, and therefore it is more important that we need to teach students from where to collect the data. Also, how to apply the data in pharmaceutical healthcare companies, from where we should see whether R&D से लेके, distribution से लेके, marketing से लेके, sales से. And by digitizing, combining effectively using the big data, healthcare organizations ranging from single physician offices to multi-provider groups to a larger hospital network, this is going to increase. And this is the area where enter right now, so that when the train is catching the speed, if you enter, you will get a speed of the train also, and you will be able to move faster in your career. Various areas a data scientist can help. I just want to just share with you some areas I will share that pharmaceutical companies, you earlier used to spend a lot of time, effort and money, but trend is now shifting because पहला जैसा था कि we used to go to 240 doctors. Okay, even 30% doctors used to write out of 240, but we used to go to all the doctors. So Hindi picture style, गोली मारने का 100 गोली मारने के बाद 2-3 लोग मर जाएंगे. But the trend is shifting to James Bond. एक गोली, एक villain. That is what is going to happen. So one bullet. So we need to use our resources very, very effectively. Earlier in 2013, the survey was done by Accenture. Life is the new normal. So they wanted to find out because 2011 onwards in pharma, the data analytics started coming in, peeping in. It started from international markets, and they surveyed USA-based companies. 25% of the companies were delivering over a digital platform. And 87% companies said they want to increase their use of analytics for ROI. I mean, ROI is the key thing which everybody is working for today. Now, afterwards, in 2019, when the survey was done again, it was found that 88% use digital platforms. See what a difference in 5-6 years. Now, that is where you can see the future. Among 87% intended, but today 72% are using analytics. I'm not talking about India, I'm talking about USA. India, we are far behind. Okay, and therefore, there is a huge demand of data analysts who are knowing with the pharmacy domain. And pharma plus management. Now, management plus data analytics, you will not believe, IQVIA is calling me. Do you have a candidate? PharmaRack is calling me, ABCD is calling me. Okay, so they want somebody who are with MBA with data analysts who know how to handle data, because today the money is data. I don't know whether you've heard, it is just a 4-month-old story. There were 2 companies in pharma. Okay, one company called PharmaRack, which is basically into supplying medicines, because the stockists used to have a software, chemists used to have a software. Chemists used to at night enter the need, it used to go to the stockist, and stockist used to send it next day to the chemist. So chemist does not have to wait, and then that salesman, then at that time, if the patients are there, then he has to focus on that. So that was the easiness which they did. That company, after 4 years, okay, after 4 years, was only 19 crore turnover company. Now there is AVAX, which was there. AVAX is basically into something like a sales audit, ORG audit जैसा होता है, IQVIA जो करता है वैसे audit. It goes to the stockists all over India, takes the data and predicts that what is the market, who is selling how much, which molecule, which brand, what growth and everything, that data is there. So they used to collect data from almost around 4,000 stockists, and that data they used to extrapolate statistically and then sell it to various pharma companies. Now, what people did, they collect the data, both of them. Then they used to see the data. They used to see data from various sides. They used to crunch, slice, dice the data. And then they used to go to a pharma company saying that I will explain you. And they used to charge them 2 crores and 3 crores just for telling what the data tells them. And companies are paying them. So both the companies put together were 45 crores worth turnover. 45 crores worth, just 4 months back. Huh? A company called ABCD, I will tell you someday later who is behind that, okay? But a company called ABCD purchased those 2 companies. Generally, any company is purchased, it is known in the circle that we pay 3 times the cost. So 45 crore hai, we will pay 150 crores. Do you know how much this company got? At least in the official transaction which is announced, okay, they got 395 crores. For a turnover of 45 crores, getting 395 crores, it is just possible because of data. We can get into predictive analytics. We can say which product will sell, how much it will sell, and then we can keep our stocks ready. Now in this COVID times, I was telling you, Favipiravir was the molecule, and all the molecules were not working. Glenmark really thought about it. They could predict it, and therefore they were ready that when the demand came, the turnover of Glenmark per month is 350 crores. While those 2 months, okay, the crucial 2 months, this Favipiravir molecule only sold 400 crores. But remember, predicting that is one thing, but I need to gear up my stocks. I know that the demand is going to increase, but I should take that big risk that I should keep the stocks ready. And that big risk, if I have to take, I have to invest. So, अगर मेरे को 400 करोड़ का दवाई बनाने का है, तो मेरे को कम से कम 100 करोड़ इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा. And if I am not successful, all my 100 crore goes down. So that is the success that predictive analytics can give you, that it will give you the perfect. You can rely on that. Don't worry about it. Sophisticated sales techniques have come. Today, the detailing is done through tabs and computers. And everything what you show is captured and goes to the head office. That doctor asked which question, which page he saw, how much time he was on the page. Everything is available. Such sophisticated sales analytics is there. And therefore, you can map the customers also. Customers are writing on Facebook, they are writing on Instagram, they are attending conferences. In conferences, they give lectures. All those data are captured, web scraping done, and then a psyche of particular customer is also done. Everything is possible today. Hospital healthcare analytics, this is going to come up because evaluating and developing practitioners, okay? The data gathered from patients regarding their experiences can be collated. So patients tell, ki ye doctor acha hai, ye treatment acha hai, ye hospital acha hai. And from that, you can find out what is to be improved in the hospital or with the doctors. Anomaly detection, whether there are scans, whether there are ultrasonography reports, whether there are cancer scans, whatever scans are available, the data can tell you better than the computer, even X-rays. Even better than human being, they will tell you, okay, this is the problem here. Confirmation के लिए human being चाहिए. But how much trust it can build up? आज डॉक्टर बोलता है कि नहीं तुम्हारे पास 20% है, जल्दी से जल्दी ऑपरेशन करना पड़ेगा. 80% तुम्हारा ब्लॉकेज है. Now we don't know anything, but when a computer tells us that, we immediately trust because the computer will not lie. It will be based on data. There are no emotions involved here. In COVID, you have seen the predictive outbreaks, geography spread, seasonality, everything was captured. Okay, and it's related to all the companies. It's beneficial to all. Pharma companies se leke, marketers se leke, all hospitals which are there, doctors which are there, patients which are there. Everybody benefits because of this. Okay, Apollo Hospital. This is using data analytics to a greater extent. Hospital care analytics. Okay, they can predict how long a patient will stay. So, आज मेरा patient आया है and ये ward में जगह नहीं है. I cannot send a patient back. I will tell him tomorrow one bed is there. Tomorrow you come back and get admitted. Otherwise, he will lose the patients. They can also predict if you are admitted in this and this ward, what are the infection risks which you are having, iatrogenic infections which are there. Okay, so therefore, which antibiotics you should start as soon as the patient comes and gets admitted to that ward, so that he does not develop any other complications. That also can be done. Preventive cardiac assessment can be done. कि इसको treatment दे रहा हूँ मैं, उसके बाद कितना दिन तक वो ठीक ठाक रहेगा. So AI/ML can help you that. Internationally, let me tell you, insurance company does not pay if a patient is treated for your cardiac thing and he comes again within 6 months with the same complaint. Hospital has to do it free of cost, all the treatment. It will come here. That's why I said, as soon as the insurance comes in, you will see that whenever there is a compression of profits, okay, pharma में अभी देखा है last 3 साल में, and therefore they are getting into earlier. Whenever I used to launch a product, 80% GC, 90% GC, 60% GC के लिए मैं नीचे एक भी product launch नहीं करता था. आजकल product with 40% GC मिलना भी मुश्किल हो गया है. So when the compression is there on profit margins, people get into data analytics. Otherwise, they have ample resources. B2C tracking, patient follow-ups. Today, I'm using such thing. There are a lot of data captured here. It can be sent to app. It can be sent to doctors anyway. Patients are giving feedbacks on Facebook, on some groups. There are groups of osteoporosis. There are groups of asthma and all those things. They speak there. Every data is available today. You just grab that data and you will get to know which brands, which molecules are used, what is good about something, what is bad about something. Everything is available just because of machine learning. Epidemiology studies. This indication, where you will see these patients, where you will see, everything will be available. And most importantly, all the people who are making money out of these data analytics today is these consultants. Right from your, I don't want to take big names like PwC, McKinsey's and Cognizant's and all those things. But there are companies like Navigo Analytics, which is my company, IQA, SMSRC, ORGIMS, TCS, that is IBM. They are all into this. They are making huge money. They are servicing to the pharma sector, giving them the data, giving them directions, okay? And therefore, they can help customers and healthcare professionals. They can help the insurance companies. They can help you logistics, because even through the digitalization ka advantage kya hai ki where I am not reaching also, my message will reach. If my message is that this is a good brand, and if he goes to the chemist and that brand is not available, what will happen? So you create a demand, but you have not supplied the demand, okay? So e-retailing, direct sales, courier marketing, all these things are coming into, and therefore data analytics is going to be a bigger picture. You decide which type of analytics you want to get in. Statistics and mathematics is one column. Your personal interaction, how you love to talk to people, more how you're extrovert or introvert, that you think. Programming, whether you love or not. Based on that, you can select business analyst. They are more into system and process analysis. Cybersecurity analysis is out of your purview, but cybersecurity analysis also knows कब आएगा प्रॉब्लम, कितना टाइम आएगा, कितना इंटेंसिटी से आएगा, all these things need data. So but ये आप छोड़ दीजिए. Then data analyst who just crunches the data, whichever data you give them, the crunches, like BFSI sector, which is used to a greater extent. Okay. Then there are healthcare analysts, which I just now told you that healthcare basically analyst means it is not related to all, it is related to hospitals. So that analysis today is much important. Management analysis, we are more into profit management. Okay, so how to, from where to get profit, which products, which geographies, okay, which segments, all those things, analytics is management analysis. And marketing is purely related to marketing, sales and marketing. Okay, what is the trend, what is the seasonality, which are the groups, what resources I will need, all those things are there, okay. So these are the things which are needed. Then something is coming up in between. Okay. Top 10 business analytics tools. If you want to learn, okay, business intelligence, there are tools which are available, okay. So the top 10 tools today, and not necessarily everybody will agree, okay, because every company has a different weightages given, and therefore somebody might say different 10 tools also. But most of them say that the first important tool today in India is Excel. Mind well, I teach Excel, and we teach in corporates, okay. We teach for almost around 2.5 days to 3 days, okay. Whatever my observation is, 5% Excel is used by 95% of the population in the pharma industry. हमको सबको लगता है मेरे को एक्सेल आता है, आता नहीं है बिल्कुल. I'm telling you the truth, I'm not exaggerating. Then there is a Power BI, which is slightly better than Excel, which can be used through Python and other languages and can have various different things. There is a Tableau, which is one of the best visualization tool across the world. Okay, it knows all the basic principles of visualization and everything. It automatically does, and it can do so many wonders. It can be used for analytics also, but mainly it is used for visualization. And there can be real-time dashboard. So even if your data comes in, immediately the dashboard is changing. So you can see on the TV, things are changing. Fatapat. There is a Tableau behind it. Oracle Business Central, Sisense, Superset, Cognos, IBM ka jo hai. IBM Cognos is one of the best today in pharma industry. Okay. Then SAS, which is now going down. Sorry, SAP, which is now going down. SAS, which is now getting used to a greater extent. Okay. ClickSense, which is also another thing which is used. So these are the analytical tools if you want. Excel is free of cost. Power BI, if you have Microsoft, that is free of cost. Tableau is much costlier if you, but as a student, you can take the license. 1 year, you will get a license for Tableau free of cost. Otherwise, it is $70 per person per month. Okay, that much is the cost of that. So there are various free tools, there are various paid tools. So you try using them. Novartis was a company which brought in this analytics and use of AI in 2011, okay, internationally. They are in various areas, drug discovery, commercial analytics, precision medicine. In commercial analytics, they partner with Actana, which is an AI-powered tool, and which already told that 1 lakh daily interactions with the doctors were done, they were captured, and the right doctor for the right product at the right time used to be advised for that salesman. That is what it did, and they had done it around 8 to 10 years ago. There are other companies in globally which are using Roche, Bayer, GSK, Pfizer, AbbVie, Sanofi in various areas. But if you've seen, Roche is using in GNS Healthcare data analytics. Okay, Pfizer is using basically for precision medicine, cytoreason. But more than that, it is also IBM Watson, which is they are using for. Bayer is using basically collaboration with 11 digital health startups. They are working with, and you will see today maximum patient education done is with Bayer. Okay, they are excellent in doing that. Then AbbVie is there, okay, which is basically also more into research area. GSK is there. They themselves have a team of 50 data scientists. I was telling Novartis at Bangalore is there. They have 250 data scientists in that building. I'm not joking. Okay, Sanofi also used for commercial and supply chains. Okay, Indian companies are there, and we worked with few of them. Abbott, which created a chatbot so that the monthly queries by sales rep answered by Maya was with 74% success rate, and everybody now, and there were 80 people from the office which were not needed just because of this one software. Cipla is using it every area. Which area it is not using? Cipla has invested 10 years ago in data analytics. Okay, they do Salesforce analytics and analyze the doctor preference, delivers personalized content. All of these things can happen. Dr. Reddy's, they are using CRM solutions. Surprisingly, Iris, like new company which was more into CRM oriented, now they are also into data analytics. Alchem is also using data analytics today. So these are 4 or 5 companies which I know of today in our Indian market. If you want to get into data analytics and you want to make a career there, these are the companies which are in front of you, okay, wherein you can think, understand. You go to the intershala.com and you will find out whether internships in these companies are available or not. Not only that, if you just get into the LinkedIn, you will see in LinkedIn 1,500. I saw that a week ago, the jobs were available. The jobs are in, you see, they are asking for FFO analytics, Novartis. They're asking, everybody is asking for business analytics. Okay. So now Reddy's is applying for senior business analytics. Sometimes now Cognizant are hiring high pharma candidates. Okay. So high pharma candidates, they hire pharma candidates. They want junior analysts who knows pharmacy. Even PwC, healthcare analytics, they want healthcare analytics. So even if you say Piramal, they are clearly, if you see the thing that they need predictive analytics and all, okay. So there also you will find they want pharmacists, life science, healthcare information management, all those things. The Pfizer is clearly, I am purposely telling you this big role which is shown, is purely asking for pharma guys who knows data science, okay. Then I am sharing with you something from Naukri.com. Also you will find 13,244 jobs are there, okay, and then you can select a different way. So jobs are ample and sample. Only thing, the candidates are not available. The traditional BI reporting looks like a rear view mirror. Okay. But now with data analytics, what we want is to see the road ahead, predictive, prescriptive analytics. What is going to happen? And that is what the mirror is, just a small part of it. And that is what is data science all about. Don't be surprised in 2025, you order for a double cheeseburger / pizza for yourself from Pizza Hut. The call center lady will just tell you, sir, your retail transaction shows you have already consumed 2 pounds of cheese this week. Your health record shows how you have high cholesterol. Your Facebook post shows that you are about 50 years. Your insurance premium has been increased recently. So we advise you to go for Red Pass. They are going to dictate terms to me. Remember that? And that's going to be importance of a data scientist. I will just tell you, and I'll take 2 minutes and I'll end up my talk. We'll talk about digital marketing some other time when we get time. Okay. That to learn business analytics or data analytics, there is a formal training which you can go, or you can do it yourself, because there are a lot of Coursera, Coedex, and all those things are there. But at an earlier stage, I would always recommend to go for formal training. There is a lot of advantage. Structure, it is highly structured. Okay. And you have a choice of online today. That is the advantage. And with that, if you go in structured program, you get feedback regularly. There are exams, there are assignments, and there are feedbacks which are live, which comes to you. There are experts whom you can see on LinkedIn. Check them. There is a fixed course schedule, so you cannot say, I will do it tomorrow. Today I am tired. No, you have to attend the class. And basically, when they are designed, they are approved by certain bodies, so they are very comprehensive. They are very apt. Okay, like your college is autonomous, and therefore the syllabus is basically also not anything, but also which is basically taken from different experts. You get some certificate, you get some degrees to show it to the future job whenever you apply. Yes, so they are more expensive. And because they are expensive and because you are giving a cost, it is more likely that your involvement is much higher in that area. Okay, that is what I feel. I will just share with you. We are into data analytics. Last 1 year, we have almost trained 54 students, and in corporates, almost around 150 employees. We have trained in data analytics. There are various topics. 18th October, we are starting the course, a 3 months online course. It is there, and the cost is also written there. But students, if there are students, Bombay College of Pharmacy helps them with 10 to 15,000, depending on your whatever last year's score is there. They give you a scholarship subsidy, almost, which is very high, but they give it only to first 5 students. Okay, so and we take not more than 12 students per batch. That is one thing for sure, because ours involved hands-on training. It is not just lectures which we go and give it back, and we have a separate alumni group where we advise continuously to the students. So this was what about data analytics, which I would like to share with you. Dr. Vaishali, if you don't mind, can we stop here? I have slide deck also ready, but it will be too much for students to tell you both. I have a slide decks for even digital marketing, but then we don't have that time, and I don't want to burden students with too much thing on a one day, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I think it is okay. Dr. Manish?
I think I agree with what Mr. Ashish is talking about, right? Because I think, we really had a very
I would love if there are questions they can ask, sir.
Perfect,
For all students, questions you can put in chat box or you can directly ask.
And students can have my phone number and email ID. If you have any queries further, you can just tell me. Thank
you. Any questions to students, they can put it in chat box. I don't think it was so explanatory.
So I will pat my back. I will pat my back that
you should.
I have done a good job. Or otherwise, as usual in our pharma companies, whenever there is to be a session post lunch, you had it.
Cycle meeting,
So either it's a post lunch effect or I have done best. That either of these two things we conclude.
No, I'm sure it was a good session. It was absolutely very lucid and very this thing. In fact, thanks for reinforcing some of the points which I tell them all the time. And I said, no, we just aren't good in Excel. Let's be very clear, right? And most of the recruiters always come back and say, we require you to fortify your students into Excel a bit more, kind of thing. So the more we do Excel, the better it is for us. And I'm sure that is one thing which has always been. And in fact, it was yesterday only when we were discussing one of the sessions, the Glenmark Favipiravir success, and how they really, used up the digital solutions to really, ramp up to that particular level of 300 to 50 crores in 2 months and all. Yes, Dr. Vaishali, all over to you.
I would have loved to talk about digital marketing because we have done so many experiments in this Corona times. And so many companies were demanding so many digital initiatives. I would have really liked to give a practical insight to all of them.
No, let's do it somewhere around mid of October when
whenever your students are ready.
We'll definitely ask you to come on board.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. There is one question. Would you advise a startup business analytics a good career choice?
No, I didn't get the question. Can you just ask again?
Yeah, the question is, would you advise a startup to employ a data? No, I think it is a different question. Yeah, would you advise to a startup to employ a data analyst and why?
Oh, who am I to advise? There are so many startups. who have employed data analysts and who are big companies. Okay, let me give you one simple example because my daughter joined there. That's the reason I know. 4 years back, okay, Haptic was a company which is a startup, okay, which was a startup, and they were more into chatbots. All whatever chatbots you see behind them, it is the Haptic which is there, the technology which is there. Like we also do a lot of softwares for the company, but we cannot tell because they don't want us to tell and they don't allow us to market. So many people don't know who is behind the technology. It is in 3.5 years time, Jio and Reliance का भी ऐसे हाथ डालता नहीं है ना. So Reliance took 51% share in that market at almost around 200 crores. 4 साल में 200 crores जो कंपनी को मिल सकता है. But I will not advise all startups. Startups who are getting into a data analyst. Okay, startup, you are going to use technology for organizational growth. There are so many startups, consultants. Okay, I am just told you few consultants. There are 250 consultants in Bombay and Pune who are just doing data analysis for pharma companies, India and abroad. Okay, every time they need somebody. So startups can definitely.
Yeah, one more question is there, is from Adiba Ansari. Sir, is pursuing a master's in business analytics, whether it is a good career choice or not? She's asking.
I am not getting why you ask this question. Learning at a higher level is always best. And when you're asking me data analysis, I myself am telling you that data analysts have a best scope. So if you are getting a structured training in somewhere, okay, only thing, be cautious. Today, this industry is very bad. Okay, what I teach at 40,000 rupees, there are Great Learning and Simply Learning teach 50% of that in 1.5 lakhs. Okay, I know a course which is next door, my college is there. Okay, they have a course with 6.5 lakhs fees for 9 months. Okay, there are IITs, IIMs which are, you have to choose the course rightly. You have to choose the institute rightly. There are so many online courses, but they will just show you videos and it is something like more of a self-learning. Okay, paisa dene ke baad aap kuch nahi kar sakte. Okay, so you need to choose a course which is very nicely and which will definitely add value. If it is a branded IBM ka course rahega, to IBM was going to start a course, but they have not yet started. But uska course aayega to main pehle bolunga jao, because they know the pharma markets much better. Okay, agar kuch Google ka course aaya or Microsoft course aaya, they know the pharma market much better. So I would say go there. It all depends on which course you are doing.
Yeah, one more question is there. Does investment analytics require more of financial knowledge?
See, investment analytics is what you are saying. I am not getting. आप share market का बात करते हो, तो yes. Okay, but if you are looking into the investment working capital wise, okay, every business needs to invest in working capital. Okay, there data analytics will be useful. Then you don't have to have domain knowledge of that company, because data is data ultimately. How to use that data? Because if you see in machine learning, there are 4 to 5 major, I would say, algorithms, and then there are classes out of that algorithm. So any data, whether it's from pharma, whether it is from education, whether it's from share market, everywhere the data is treated to be the same way. Okay, that is what I would share with you. So for other working capital, you don't need to. Samir Jain is raising his hand.
Yeah, Samir, do you have question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Can
please.
I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Ashish sir. Thank you for such an insightful session. It was very resourceful. So my question is, currently we are studying in a curriculum SAS as a, in data visualization, we are also studying SAS. So I would I'm in my final year, and if I want to go pursue my career in healthcare consultancy, so sir, Power BI, these tools, if we learn after joining in the company, all this course, Tableau and Power BI. So like this, all things would be learned over the job also. What is your, please guide me regarding that.
Samir, thank you very much for your appreciation, and let me reframe the question what you are asking, okay? Because you mixed up 2 things and I was about to answer something. You said you are being trained in SAS visualization, correct? That's what you shared. And then you asked me a question, whether every companies might have a different softwares where Power BI or whatever softwares are there. So is it better that I have to learn now or I should go and learn? Correct? These are the questions which you asked, Samir?
Yes, SAS is a subject, is a part of a curriculum, and I have interest towards Power BI and Tableau, but due to the paucity of our curriculum, it is difficult to learn it at the moment.
No, see, SAS, because I'll tell you, SAS is also an analytical platform. Okay. So now they are selling this software to various companies. Now, when they sell the software to the company, somebody has to run the software. Okay. Everybody does not. So what SAS does generally, they invest in colleges. Okay. And they train the students so that the SAS, wherever the SAS is, the tools is there, they can easily absorb such candidates. So that is how it happens. But the career becomes limited because for 3, 4, 5 years, but after that, there is no growth in that such areas wherein you focus only on one software. So you need to learn various software and various principles of analytics. If you learn Tableau, okay, you can easily work on Power BI. It will take 1 or 2 days. जैसा आप अगर Android जानते हो and कल को तुम्हारे हाथ में अगर iPhone आ जाता है तो it will take 1 day for you to learn, no? So that is not a great thing. If you know to handle one television, you can handle another television also. Okay. So whether you drive one car and you get Mercedes in your hand after Maruti, it will take hardly 15 minutes for you to judge, no? So it is the same thing which happens. So you learn the principles, how it is worked, and always learn the best of the tool. I always say, if visualization में जाने का है, learn Tableau. Tableau learn करने के बाद बाकी Power BI and all, everything is very easy. And Power BI is free of cost for Microsoft. So you don't have to. You can just learn on yourself also if you wish to.
Yeah, the last question by Nirupama. Can I become a data analytics professional by learning only the tools that you mentioned, or I will also require certain other skills with that?
Nirupama, good afternoon. A good question. Whether tool makes you data analyst, I would say never. You should know the principles of data analysis. And as I told you, there are 3 domain knowledge which are there. First thing is your own domain. Second thing is various computer machine learning programs and languages or something, or applications, I would say. Then maths and statistic principles which should be used. If I don't know which model I have to apply, if I don't know what analysis I have to do, then how can I select? Okay, so this is my first answer. And most importantly, the job does not end here. Job ends in inciting. So inciting needs a training, what to do. And not only inciting, but how to convert that insight into a convincing pattern for the audience is storytelling. So as I told you, that's why that slide was important. 5 points are very important in that career planning. So you need to learn that. Okay, there will be a time, wait for some time, 5 years down the line. You don't have to learn machine learning, Python, programming, and all those things. Because if you go in our class, we teach right from introduction and applications. Then we teach you various tools which are available free and paid. Then we teach you statistics, we teach you Excel, we teach you Python, we teach you Tableau, we teach you Power BI, we teach you machine learning. And there are every 10 different algorithms in machine learning we do and give it to you so that you can keep it with you. Now, इतना सब सिखाने के बदले में अगर मैं बोलूंगा एक टूल से हो सकता है, तो मैं इतना क्यों करेगा? That is one question. Second thing is that after 5 years, possibly what you ask might come. Then work is going on. Like I will tell, if I want to do a model, do the regression analysis, give me the commitment, like which is the better thing. जैसा मैं ये Alexa को question पूछते हैं ना, वैसा मैं कंप्यूटर को बात करके I can create a model. People are working on that, but it might take 4 to 5 years. It might happen. So I will not comment right now. But as on today, I will tell you, you go for a structured learning.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Ashish, for your wonderful presentation. You have talked about analytics and many other things. Now, I wish to thank SVKM management for supporting this activity. Then our Dean, Dr. Bala Prabhakar, for always behind us to conduct such activity. Then Dr. Manish Adhia sir, because he has given particularly 2 to 3 hour slot was his lecture slot, which I have taken to conduct this activity.
I hope, sir, I have added value, sir.
Then
absolutely no doubt about that. A lot of value, yeah.
Yeah, then all the participants to attend this program, just request to fill the feedback form so that we can conduct the lectures again and again, and just request to make camera on so that we can take photograph. And one more thing, if possible, we will try to arrange surely digital marketing also, if possible.
Right.
Because that also has good scope.
Digital marketing is again a big scope. Huh? So you decide, MBA करके तुमको digital marketing में जाने का है कि data analytics में जाने का है? पैसा data analytics में बह रहा है. digital marketing sales. Let me tell you that honestly, but feel free. I'll again.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, very much to give us this webinar. And thanks to all. Just make your cameras on so that we can take a photo. Yeah, thank you.
Vaishali ma'am, I have a proposal.
Yes, sir.
I think for all my sessions going forward, you should be there because I've never seen 100% participation like this, and I've never seen 100% cameras going on.
Sir, the credit is for speaker, not for me.
Of course, I was going to add that also, that we should have Ashish sir also all the time, so that we'll have Simran Waghela putting her camera on all the time. Sorry,
See,
Simran, joking,
just
yeah?
like Dr. Vaishali told, let me tell you,
Right.
it is not the person, it is the topic, data analytics. As
Absolutely.
किधर भी मैं जाता हूँ तो people call me
Yeah.
for sure in pharma. So that
Sure.
is वो topic ही ऐसा है.
Right.
Analytics and
yeah.
artificial intelligence.
The fact that my class has got about 55 plus students and you got 103 people attending means that students from other classes also have taken interest and are here, and I'm very glad about that, really.
I'm happy that people want to make their career and make their futures very safe.
Right. Pakka. Done. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, students. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining in, guys.